Welcome to the studios of WCMU Public Television, and on this episode of Quiz Central, we begin our season with a first-round game between Traverse City Central and Flushing, coming up right after this.
Support for Quiz Central is provided by the CMU Bookstore. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, maroon and gold memories, and an official outfitter of Adidas apparel at the Central Michigan University owned and operated CMU Bookstore. Online shopping 7 days a week at cmubookstore.com, on campus at the University Center, and game day locations at Kelly Short Stadium and the John G. Kulhalvy Event Center.
Let's get today's match underway. Here is your first question on Quiz Central.
Teddy Roosevelt.
That is correct.
Crimson.
Yes, that answer is correct.
Patella.
Correct. Congratulations, Ludington. You are the Quiz Central Season 16 Grand Champions. Hello, everyone. I'm Matthew Ozanek, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 17th season of Quiz Central here on WCMU. Once again, our annual academic competition will be held virtually. Teams will be joining us via Zoom from high schools all across central and northern Michigan. Our two competing teams will be independently challenged with an identical set of questions. The school that answers the most questions correctly in the time allotted advances to the next round. At the end of the season, 4 Quiz Central seniors will receive a book scholarship provided by the CMU Bookstore. We have 16 teams joining us this season, and they'll be divided into 4 divisions based on their school's enrollment. This week, the Red Division takes center stage. So without further ado, let's get today's match underway. Our first round is the Maroon and Gold Rush. Our teams will have 2 minutes to answer as many questions as they can. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. There's no deduction for incorrect answers. Students will be able to consult with their teammates on each question, but the final answers will be coming from the team's captains. Traverse City Central, you're up first. So here comes the first question in today's Maroon and Gold Rush. What state where Denmark Vesey planned a slave rebellion was the first to secede from the U.S. and is home to Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor?
Final answer, South Carolina.
South Carolina is correct. Mercredi, which refers to the Roman god Mercury, is the French word for what day of the week?
Final answer, Wednesday.
Wednesday is correct. What quantity's elementary value was measured in the Millikan oil drop experiment, can be expressed in coulombs, and for electrons is negative?
Final answer, charge.
Charge is correct. What civil rights organization's legal defense fund, led by Thurgood Marshall, challenged school segregation in the 1954 case Brown v. Board?
Final answer, NAACP.
That is correct. What pope published the Catechism of the Catholic Church and officially apologized for the persecution of Galileo during his tenure in the 1990s?
Pope Benedict.
Pope Benedict is incorrect. The Delmarva Peninsula forms the eastern border of what inlet of the Atlantic Ocean, which is fed by the Susquehanna and Potomac rivers?
The Chesapeake Bay.
Correct. What character, who was named for Nintendo's lawyer, is a native of Planet Popstar who often fights King Dedede and is able to inhale his
Final
enemies?
answer, Kirby.
Kirby is correct. Saturnism refers to poisoning by what heavy metal, whose Latin name is the origin of an English word reflecting its former use in water pipes?
Final answer, Mercury.
Mercury is incorrect. On to the next question.
It's lead. Okay.
What organelle in which rubisco catalyzes carbon fixation as part of the Calvin cycle contains thylakoids and carries out photosynthesis in plants?
Oh yeah, final answer, chloroplasts.
Chloroplast is correct. What cryptocurrency based on an internet meme lost nearly 30% of its
Final
value?
answer, Dogecoin.
Dogecoin is correct. In what year was, sorry, just like that, the round is over, but you did pretty good there in that opening round, Traverse City Central. Let's go ahead and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 correct answers, which gives you a total of 80 points in the first round. Traverse City Central finishes up their first round with a score of 80. Flushing, it's now your turn in today's Maroon and Gold Rush. Here comes your first question. What state where Denmark Vesey planned a slave rebellion was the first to secede from the U.S. and is home to Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor?
That's South Carolina. Yeah, I think so.
South Carolina, final answer.
South Carolina is correct. Mercredi, which refers to the Roman god Mercury, is the French word for what day of the week?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, final answer.
Wednesday is correct. What quantity's elementary value was measured in the Millikan oil drop experiment, can be expressed in coulombs, and for electrons is negative?
That'd be charge. Fun.
Yeah.
Charge, final answer?
Charge, final answer.
Correct. What civil rights organization's legal defense fund, led by Thurgood Marshall, challenged school segregation in the 1954 case Brown v. Board?
NAACP. Or is it the students, like,
Yeah, NAACP makes the most sense.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
NAACP is correct. What pope published the Catechism of the Catholic Church and officially apologized for the persecution of Galileo during his tenure in the 1990s?
Skip question, please.
No answer. On to the next question. The Delmarva Peninsula forms the eastern border of what inlet of the Atlantic Ocean, which is fed by the Susquehanna and Potomac rivers?
Gulf of Mexico?
No, that's maybe the Chesapeake Bay.
Chesapeake Bay is correct.
Yeah.
What character, who was named for Nintendo's lawyer, is a native of planet Popstar, who often fights King Dedede and is able to inhale his enemies?
That's Kirby.
Kirby, final answer.
Kirby's correct. Oh, and with that bell, you didn't hear it, but I heard it. That bell signifies the end of the opening round, the Maroon and Gold Rush round. Great job there, Flushing. You're able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions correct, which brings your first round total to 60 points. Let's go ahead and take a look at those questions that were missed. That Pope that published the Catechism of the Catholic Church, that was Pope John Paul II. And Saturnism refers to the poisoning, but I think I heard it later, but the final answer they were given was mercury, but it's actually lead. Lead was the question that we were looking, the answer that we were looking for there. With one round in the books, let's take a moment now and meet our contestants from each of today's schools. We'll begin with today's competitors from Traverse City Central. Take it away.
Hi, my name is Ben McGuire. I'm in 12th grade and I'm from Traverse City Central.
My name is Will Gouster. I'm in 12th grade and I'm from Traverse City Central.
My name is Jackson Price. I'm in 10th grade and I'm from Traverse City Central.
All right, my name is Leonard Chown. I'm a senior and I'm also from Traverse City Central.
Now let's meet our next team in today's competition, the students from Flushing.
Hello, I'm Blaine Perklick. I go to Flushing High School, and this is my 4th year in Quiz Bowl.
I'm Sophia Zuber. I go to Flushing High School, and I've been doing Quiz Bowl for 5 years.
Hello, I'm Eli from Flushing High School. This is my 3rd year in Quiz Bowl.
I'm Alex. I go to Flushing High School, and this is my 5th year in Quiz Bowl.
Well, now that we've had a chance to meet everyone, let's head into the next round of competition, the Perfect 10. In this round, our teams will be given a category and they'll have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can. Our Perfect 10 category for today is double O. Give these words that begin or end with 2 O's. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Traverse City Central, you're up first in today's Perfect 10. Synonym for a lot.
What? Oodles?
Oodles is correct. An act that is culturally forbidden.
Taboo.
Taboo is correct. To slowly flow out, or a substance that does so.
Ooze.
Ooze is correct. Fast-growing plant eaten by animals. By pandas.
Bamboo.
Bamboo is correct. Semi-arid region of southern Africa.
Pass.
Pass. On the next question. Type of tea whose name means black dragon.
Gosh. Pass.
Pass. On to the next question. Droning instrument played by the Aboriginal people of Australia.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo is correct. The study of birds' eggs.
Pass.
Bell, just like that, the bell is going to end the round. Your 60 seconds are up. Traverse City Central did pretty good in that round. We're able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct answers for a total of 50 points, and that brings your total after 2 rounds to 130 points. With 5 correct answers in today's Perfect 10, Traverse City Central sits now with 130 points. Now it's Flushing's turn to try to add to their score in today's Perfect 10. Synonym for a lot.
Skip.
No answer? An act that is culturally forbidden.
Taboo.
Taboo. Final answer.
Taboo is correct. To slowly flow out, or a substance that does so.
Ooze.
Ooze is correct. A fast-growing plant eaten by pandas.
Bamboo.
Bamboo is correct. A semi-arid
Bamboo,
region
final
of
answer.
southern Africa.
Pass. No answer.
Nope, on the next question. A type of tea whose name means black dragon.
Oolong.
Oolong tea. Final
Oolong's
answer.
correct. A droning instrument played by the Aboriginal people of Australia.
Didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo's correct. The study of birds' eggs. Oh, I'm sorry, the bell's going to signify that we are out of time, so we weren't able to get an answer on that one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those questions that we missed in the Perfect 10 round. The study of birds' eggs, that is oology. O-O-L-O-G-Y, oology. That semi-arid region of Africa was Karoo. Our current score is Traverse City Central 130, Flushing 110. We now head into our third round of the day, the home stretch round. I'll be asking each team a series of random questions. Team members will be able to consult with each other, but final answers will be coming from our team's captains. Traverse City Central will start with you in today's home stretch round, and here comes your first question. What city was home to Tempelhof Airport, which was used to receive goods during a 1940s Soviet blockade and was divided by a wall from 1961 to 1989? Berlin was the answer? Correct. Henry V led English forces at what battle of the 100 Years' War, which occurred on St. Crispin's Day in 1415?
Pass.
On to the next question. What character meets Tom O'Bedlam on a heath, has daughters named Regan, Goneril, and Cordelia, and is the title king of a Shakespeare tragedy?
King Lear.
Lear is correct. What principle states that a system in equilibrium will shift to counteract certain changes, such as changes in pressure or volume?
Pass.
Pass. On to the next question. What decade in which Mr. T starred on NBC's action series The A-Team is the setting of contemporary shows such as The Goldbergs and Stranger Things?
1980s.
The 80s is correct. What mustachioed Belgian detective uses the little gray cells of his brain to solve murders in novels by Agatha Christie?
It's the Murder on the Orient Express guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
Pass.
Pass. On to the next question. Which king, who may have ordered the deaths of the princes in the Tower, was succeeded by Henry VII after he was defeated at the Battle of Bosworth?
Oh.
George II.
That is incorrect. What playwright created the fathers Eddie Carbone in A View from the Bridge, Joe Keller in All My Sons, and Willie Loman in Death of a Salesman?
Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller is correct. What country's scandal involving 26,000 parents falsely accused of child care benefit fraud led to the 2021 resignation of Prime Minister Mark Rutte?
France.
France is incorrect. On to the next question.
Sure.
What composer of The Thunderer, Fairest of the Fair, and Semper Fidelis was nicknamed the March King and also composed The Stars and Stripes Forever?
John Philip Sousa.
John Philip Sousa is correct. What gas with the tetrahedral molecular geometry is the lightest alkane?
Hydrogen?
Hydrogen's incorrect.
It's the next one down.
What condition whose fixation type is a symptom of Korsakoff syndrome has anterograde and retrograde types and involves deficits?
Amnesia.
Amnesia is correct. What name, from an Iroquois word for settlement or village, did Jacques Cartier give the territory along the St. Lawrence River he claimed for France?
Quebec.
Quebec is incorrect. What ruler replaced the Han system with prefectures in 1871, a few years after he took power as Emperor of Japan in his namesake Restoration?
Meiji.
Meiji is correct. Oh, and just like that, that bell is going to signify the end of the round. Well, 7 correct answers means 70 points and a total score of 200 thus far for Traverse City Central after 3 rounds of questions. Flushing, you're up next in today's homestretch round. Here comes your first question. What city was home to Tempelhof Airport, which was used to receive goods during a 1940s Soviet blockade and was divided by a wall from 1961 to
Berlin.
1989? Berlin is correct.
Berlin.
Henry V led English forces at what battle of the Hundred Years' War, which occurred on St. Crispin's Day in 1415?
Pass.
Pass on to the next question. What character meets Tom O'Bedlam on a heath, has daughters named Regan, Goneril, and Cordelia, and is the titled king of a Shakespeare tragedy?
Pass.
Pass on to the next question. What principle states that a system in equilibrium will shift to counteract certain changes, such as changes in pressure or volume?
Pass.
Pass on the next question. What decade in which Mr. T starred on NBC's action series The A-Team is the setting of contemporary shows such as The Goldbergs and Stranger Things?
The 80s.
The 1980s.
80s is correct. What mustachioed Belgian detective uses the little gray cells of his brain to solve murders in novels by Agatha Christie?
I don't know.
No.
Pass.
Pass on to the next question. Which king, who may have ordered the deaths of the princes in the Tower, was succeeded by Henry VII after he was defeated at the Battle of Bosworth?
Pass.
Pass on to the next question. What playwright created The Fathers Eddie Carbone in A View from the Bridge, Joe Keller in All My Sons, and Willie Loman in Death of a Salesman?
Pass.
Pass on to the next question. What country's scandal involving 26,000 parents falsely accused of child care benefit fraud led to the 2021 resignation of Prime Minister Mark Rutte?
I don't know.
Sweden.
Sweden is incorrect. On to the next question. What composer of The Thunderer, Fairest of the Fair, and Semper Fidelis was nicknamed the March King and also composed The Stars and Stripes Forever?
Sousa.
Sousa.
Sousa's correct. What gas with a tetrahedral molecular geometry is the lightest alkane?
Hydrogen? Or no,
Okay. Neon.
Neon is incorrect. On to the next question. Oh, and with that bell comes the end of the round. A tough homestretch round for you today here, Flushing, but you were able to get 3 correct answers for a total of 30 points, which brings your total after 3 rounds to 140. Those questions that we missed. Henry V, that battle that occurred on St. Crispin's Day was the Battle of Agincourt. That principle about the equilibriums in shift was La Chatelier's principle. Let me see, the mustachioed Belgian detective we were looking for was Hercule Poirot. That king who ordered the deaths of the princes in the Tower was Richard III. The country that involved the child care benefit fraud scandal in 2021 was the Netherlands. The gas with the tetrahedral molecular geometry and the lightest alkane was methane. Methane was one we were looking for there. And that settlement that Jacques Cartier named for France, we were actually just looking for Canada. With a score of Traverse City Central 200 and Flushing 140, we now head into the final countdown. In our final round, our teams will have 2 minutes to answer as many questions as they can. Each correct answer is still worth 10 points, no point deduction for wrong answers. Our teams can consult on each question, but the final answers will be coming from the captains. Traverse City Central, you're up first in today's final countdown. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock, and here comes your first question. What layer of the atmosphere from which Joseph Kittinger made a 20-mile-high skydive in 1960 lies above the troposphere and contains the ozone layer?
The lithosphere?
Lithosphere is incorrect.
Oh.
Hong Jiquan, who claimed to be the brother of Jesus, led which rebellion against the Qing dynasty?
I think the Boxer Rebellion.
The Boxer Rebellion, thank you.
Boxer Rebellion's incorrect.
Oh, never mind.
The line, "We are such stuff as dreams are made on," is from what play in which the spirit Ariel is ordered by Prospero to conjure a violent storm?
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet's incorrect.
No, wait, what is it?
What
Prospero?
11-letter adjective describes a kinship system in which descent is traced through a line of female ancestors?
Patriarchy.
Matriarchy.
Matriarchy is incorrect. What newspaper named Sally Busby as its executive editor in 2021 has the slogan "Democracy dies in darkness" and is based in the nation's capital?
Washington. Nation's capital, Washington Post.
Washington Post.
Washington Post is correct. What radioactive element, which has been used as a poison, was named by Marie Curie after her homeland?
Polonium.
Polonium.
Polonium's correct. What man, who skipped the Constitutional Convention because he smelled a rat, gave a 1775 speech in Virginia stating, "Give me liberty or give me death"?
Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry's correct. What noun that refers to a section of a long poem comes from the Italian word for song and was used in the title of a 116-part poem by Ezra Pound?
Is it stanza?
Stanza.
Stanza is incorrect. Actin and myosin are found in what structures with cardiac and smooth forms, plus those connected to bones? Oh, sorry, with that bell, we are actually out of time in the final countdown. Didn't do too bad there, Traverse City Central. Let's count them up. All right, you were able to get 3 correct answers in the final countdown for 30 points, which brings your total at the end of 4 rounds to 230 points. Thank you, Traverse City Central. Now, Flushing, it's your turn to enter today's final countdown. Here comes your first question. What layer of the atmosphere from which Joseph Kittinger made a 20-mile-high skydive in 1960 lies above the troposphere and contains the ozone layer?
Stratosphere.
The stratosphere?
Stratosphere is correct. Hong Jiquan, who claimed to be the brother of Jesus, led which rebellion against the Qing dynasty?
Pass.
Pass. On to the next question. The line, "We are such stuff as dreams are made on," is from what play in which the spirit Ariel is ordered by Prospero to conjure a violent storm?
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid is incorrect. What 11-letter adjective describes a kinship system in which descent is traced through a line of female ancestors?
Matriarchy.
Matriarchy, I'm sorry, cannot accept that. On to the next question. What newspaper named Sally Busby as its executive editor in 2021 has the slogan "Democracy dies in darkness" and is based in the nation's capital?
Washington Post.
The Washington Post.
Washington Post is correct. What radioactive element, which has been used as a poison, was named by Marie Curie after her homeland?
Arsenic.
What?
Is it arsenic?
Arsenic?
Arsenic is incorrect. On to the next question. What man who skipped the Constitutional Convention because he smelled a rat gave a 1775 speech in Virginia stating, "Give me liberty or give me death"?
John Adams.
Pass.
I don't know.
Pass. On to the next question. Oh, and with that bell, that's going to reach the end of the round. Pretty tough final countdown round here today, Flushing, but you were able to get 2 correct, which gives you 20 points for a final total on Today in Quiz Central of 160 points. Let's go ahead and take a look at those questions that we missed. Hong Jiquan, who claimed to be the brother of Jesus, led the Taiping Rebellion. That line, "We are such stuff as dreams are made on," was from The Tempest. That 11-letter adjective to describe a kinship system through a line of female ancestors, the word we were looking for was matrilineal, was the one that we needed there. Close, but no cigar. The layer of the atmosphere that Joseph Kittinger made that 20-mile-high skydive from was the stratosphere. And that noun that refers to a section of a poem from that Italian word for song was canto. After 4 rounds of competition, our final score is Traverse City Central 230 and Flushing 160. Flushing, you put forth a great effort today, stayed in it all the way to the end, but Traverse City Central was just on fire during that homestretch round and was able to pull out the victory today. So congratulations, Traverse City Central. You'll be advancing to our next round of competition. And we want to thank Flushing for a hard-fought match. Seniors, good luck to all of you in your future endeavors, and underclassmen, we hope to see you next season on Quiz Central. And we hope all of you will join us again for our next episode of QC as 2 more Michigan schools compete for the Season 17 title. And as a reminder, all episodes of Quiz Central are archived online at WCMU.org. From the crew here at WCMU Public Television, thank you for watching. And we'll see you all right back here for the next episode of Quiz Central. Good night.
Support for Quiz Central is provided by the CMU Bookstore. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, maroon and gold memories, and an official outfitter of Adidas apparel at the Central Michigan University owned and operated CMU Bookstore. Online shopping 7 days a week at cmubookstore.com, on campus at the University Center, and game day locations at Kelly Short Stadium and the John G. Kulhalvi Event Center.